1. The sleepwalker's brain. When you sleep, your brain normally paralyzes your body to keep you safe. However, during deep sleepwalking episodes, the part of your brain responsible for logic and conscious awareness stays completely dead asleep, while the primitive motor control center awakens. A sleepwalker is quite literally a living, breathing biological automation operating with zero conscious human empathy or awareness inside their own head. To look into the eyes of a deep-stage sleepwalker is to stare into a terrifying, hollow void. The human being you know is entirely gone, replaced by an ancient, reptilian system that possesses raw physical strength unhindered by pain or moral restraint. In this state, the brain cannot process screams, pleas, or logic, treating the waking world like a meaningless background simulation. They can navigate dark hallways, unlock doors, and lift heavy objects with a chilling, mechanical precision. Because the prefrontal cortex, the seat of morality and conscience, is blacked out, the body becomes a meat suit driven purely by instinct. If that instinct misfires into aggression, the sleepwalker can commit horrific acts of violence, waking up hours later with blood on their hands and absolutely zero memory of the monster they became. This terrifying neurological glitch forms the basis of my ultimate horror theory. Michael Myers from Halloween is actually a permanent sleepwalker. Think about it. He moves with a slow, relentless pace, never speaks, shows no emotion, and shrugs off lethal injuries as if his body doesn't register pain. He operates exactly like a biological automaton, a human shell entirely stripped of empathy, driven by a dark, subconscious script that no one can reason with or stop. His killings aren't born from conscious malice, but from a brain trapped in an eternal waking nightmare. Scene 1. The relentless, slow-motion walk. Think about the iconic backyard chase sequence. Laurie Strode is sprinting for her life, screaming at the top of her lungs, scrambling to get through the back door. If you look into the background, Michael isn't running. He doesn't even pick up his pace. He is moving at a steady, rhythmic, almost mechanical walk. He tracks her down like a biological machine following a pre-programmed route. This perfectly mirrors a deep-stage sleepwalker who moves through a house entirely unbothered by chaos, completely locked into a subconscious path while the world around them panics. Scene 2. Shrugging off lethal pain. The climax of the film inside the Doyle house delivers major evidence. Laurie takes a sewing needle and stabs Michael directly into his neck. A few minutes later, she stabs him in the chest with his own massive carving knife. Any regular human, even a hardened criminal, would scream, collapse, or go into shock from the pure, agonizing pain. But Michael doesn't even make a sound. He simply goes down momentarily, then sits right back up as if his body completely lacks the nervous system to process pain. His brain is dead asleep to the physical reality of trauma, just like a sleepwalker operating with zero conscious awareness or sensory feedback. Scene 3. The mechanical sit-up. The most terrifying proof happens after Michael is stabbed and seemingly dead on the floor. As Laurie sits weeping in the foreground, Michael's body suddenly rises up in the background. But he doesn't push himself up with his hands, gasp for air, or struggle. He sits straight up at a perfect 90-degree angle using pure, rigid core strength, moving like an animated corpse or a robot resetting its programming. There is no human fatigue or hesitation in that movement. It is the definitive action of a biological automaton, a primitive motor control center controlling a meat suit while the human being inside remains completely blacked out. The zombie ant fungus, Ophiocordyceps unilateralis, turns carpenter ants into literal mind-controlled drones. Once infected, the fungus hijacks the ant's nervous system and forces it to climb exactly 25 centimeters up a plant, crawl under a leaf, and lock its jaws onto a vein in a permanent death grip. The fungus then kills the ant and erupts a spore-releasing stalk straight through its head to infect the colony below. 3. Brain-eating amoebas are adapting. Naegleria fowleri is a microscopic amoeba found in warm freshwater. If it goes up your nose, it travels up the olfactory nerve directly into your brain, where it literally eats your brain tissue, causing a 97% fatality rate. Due to rising global temperatures, this organism is now surviving further north than ever before, adapting to bodies of water that used to be completely safe. 4. The parasite that rewires fear, the parasite Toxoplasma gondii, can only reproduce inside the intestines of a cat. To get there, it infects mice and physically alters their brain chemistry. It permanently deletes the mouse's natural, hardwired fear of cat urine and actually makes the mouse sexually attracted to the scent. The parasite completely hijacks the host's free will, forcing the mouse to walk directly into the jaws of a predator to complete the parasite's life cycle. 2. The unstoppable rogue planet space is not just empty. It is haunted by rogue planets. These are massive, dark worlds that were violently ejected from their solar systems during formation. They do not orbit any sun. They have no light, and they travel through the pitch-black void of interstellar space at millions of miles per hour. Because they emit zero light, astronomers cannot easily track them, meaning a dark planet could be hurtling directly toward our solar system right now, and we would not notice until its gravity began tearing our planets apart.